Yeah.
Like some of the most amazing masters are the people that were addicts that came through the other side, the people
Yeah.
that went to the hell and are able to heal from it, and they all become leaders pretty much. It's like in 12 step, you really, the only way you heal or stay healed is to serve, because there is
Mm.
this level of being in the light, but you have to serve to stay in the light. It's we're saying the same thing. It's completely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And so the people that come to me are people who have generally gone dark. Like they have experienced a lot of trauma, because obviously
Mm.
with me created the E4 trauma method and the
Yeah.
E4 quantum, quantum healing and manifesting in that as well. And these people have a lot of trauma,
Mm.
they're and they keep trying to manage, without doing that deep, deep spiritual work. And you just can't. If you've gone that far
Yeah.
into trauma, and people, they have a lie around trauma that once you do your trauma work, that it's just going to be breezy. And that's not trauma work. Trauma work is actually for the revelation around it.
Mm.
Trauma is to go and realize where you created your own limited commands in the middle of a trauma incident. Trauma is not what happens to you. Trauma is what happens within you at a soul level. And traditional psychology doesn't measure what happens in the soul because they have no way of measuring it.
Mm.
But spiritual psychology and what we teach is understanding what actually happens at the soul level in trauma. And
Mm.
what happens is the decision for the division in mind.
Mm.
So all division from our divinity to divided happens in a moment of
Mm.
the perspective of being separate from people, places, and life. And
Mm.
this is the scar of the soul. This is the tear in the soul.
Mm.
And the only way to merge that is to have revelation that you are the one that gave your own tear in your own soul. And in
Yeah.
this revelation of this enlightenment, then we realize we're the creator, and we can
Mm.
exponentially create the division, and we can exponentially quantum manifest in our oneness. There
Mm.
is no difference between the creation of the light or the dark in this universe. It's a relative universe. So no matter what we're creating, we're powerful creators. And I want to say, anyone's listening in, if you're dealing with addiction, you're dealing with dysfunction in your relationship, you're dealing with not wanting to live, congratulations. It's a masterful creation. But
Mm.
know that that same creation can equally create abundance and unity and launch you into a divine life.
Mm. Yeah, this is why I think you and Dave Martini are a great fit.
Yeah, totally. We got to hang John DiMartini.
If you're listening to my podcast, John DeMartini, which I damn well
Yeah,
expect, then that's the
yeah,
message. So,
totally.
so someone is young, their dad slaps them in the like, gives them some capital punishment and hits them, and they, in their mind, as a soul, in their mind, create this experience is more negative than positive. And then
So
there's
what
that
happens is
emotional charge that's attached to that memory.
there's
That's
actually what's called commands that happen. Okay, so let's pretend exactly what you said.
Mhm.
There I am. My dad walks in the room. He said, I can't believe you did that. He slaps me in the face. And in that moment, I decided I'm not enough. Something's
Mhm.
wrong with me. I'll never trust. Right? I don't want to be here. I don't want to live. Whatever, it's called the commands, and they're actually go as engrams, and they actually have they tag the epigenetics as
Mhm.
a negative charge, so they downregulate the genes, if you will. They have a neurological thing called engram. It's an actual neurological memory that
Mhm.
happens. So it's basically, as they say, the truth will set you free.
Mhm.
A command in the middle of trauma is a lie. It's a divided
Yes.
perspective. It's a limited belief. It's a false identity. And it literally is what cast Adam and Eve out of the Garden of Eden. It's judgment. It's division. And in
Mm.
that, that is what tags the DNA. And that's actually what has us have a less of a perspective and actually makes us not able to see things through. It makes us not be able to have relationships. It makes our health worsen, right? All these things that happen, we know all this factually from trauma. Trauma impacts us exponentially, but trauma is not what happens to you because it's relative. For one person, yes, they're in a car accident or in the war. But for majority, people have been, bullied on the jungle gym or had a
Mhm.
massive breakup, or
Mm.
their parents yelled in front of them and were yelling and fighting, right? For me, it was my parents were in, when I was in vitro, my parents were in terrible they almost aborted me, right? I had
Mm.
total colic growing up. I was dyslexic. These are all actually the cause and effect of trauma.
Yes.
So guess what happens once you do your trauma work? I was in a 60-mile-per-hour rollover in a truck and trailer. I hurt my back. I couldn't walk for 2 weeks at a time. I had all those traumas, and all through the work, everything healed. My back healed. My dyslexia went away. My ability to see things, projects through, everything begins to shift when we do our deep healing. But the questions for people is, how far do you want to go? You can go as far as you want, or you can just get a little bit more functional. The choice is only yours. And that's
Yes.
the trouble with this, is, it's like, I know I'm the creator of my entire universe, and I've the same source that created me created the entire universe. Oh shit. And I am the creator of my universe. And oh my God, I can't even create something today. What's wrong with me? It's that whole paradox
Yeah.
all the time.